Okay, so now we get to the point in the presentation where I will walk you through the key element of this particular business concept, which is obviously the technology, the website or the web portal. Now it's based, I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with the technology. I'll try and keep it as simple as possible from a user perspective, but I'll give you a few tech hints along the way. It's pretty much based on ASP.NET 4.5 technology with a SQL Server backend database which supports the storage, management and reporting of the data for the website. Okay, anyway, getting back to the nice user friendly non-techie stuff. As you can see here, the interface is quite a intuitive, funky looking, colorful front end for the portal. It is in fact quite a responsive website, because it is when you come to the mobile app development section or side of things, i.e. when people are using the portal through their smartphones, whether they be iPhones, whether they be Android phones, or whether they be Windows powered phones, one of the key things, not only to keep your costs low, but to keep the users interest in the website high, in the portal high, is to make it responsive. So that's one of the key things that I've focused on. It is a responsive website, and again, as I said, that can keep your mobile app development costs down by using a non-native approach rather than a native approach, which can cost you 6 or 7 times, 10 times more than a non-native, because it's the native, sorry, because the non-native is based on the website. Style sheets based on the technology that you use for your portal, as opposed to a custom application developed specifically for a mobile phone. So let me walk you through a couple of the key features of the site. As you can see here, we've got our header bar here, we've got our logo, our language bar. I'll come on to that in a minute. If the user wants to, or in fact, if the user wants to register to track their orders, track their reviews, manage their payment details and delivery details, they can do so. And if you are a registered user, you can also log in from the home page as well. We have our telephone call center number here, which the user can, or the customer can simply dial up a call center and order their food directly, rather than having to go through a mobile application or indeed the internet. So that helps with standard bricks and mortar types of marketing and advertising. So you can leaflet people, and then they can, have an awareness of your website, and they can just call up and say, look, where's that restaurant I ordered from before, or where's the nearest restaurant to me? I'm in this location, I'd like to order some food. And they can go through a call center, because that is in fact still a huge part of the market. If you do your research on the demographics, the marketplace of ordering food, speaking to people is still a large part of that. So that has been integrated into this particular business model. Again, one of the key things, if you do use your mobile app, or in fact, the key approach really to the Ahan.Life concept is to essentially do it online, and the user can select their location from a drop down here. Which is nice and easy, and then select the feed me button, and then that will take them through to all the food vendors in that particular location. One of the things that you won't see here, or you don't see here at this point, but is coming very soon in one of the next revisions, is an auto detect. So this system, this portal, and in fact the mobile device will determine your location based on your IP address and automatically select that location from the drop down. So again, it improves the user experience, and the user can just go and directly view all the vendors in that area. So it cuts out the enter location bit where they can just order a takeaway, pay for it, and the food is simply delivered. So we've got our header bar there. There's a small section here where you can introduce the user to the website, give them a little bit of marketing information, obviously, as most websites do nowadays. And then again, another key part of the business plan, the business model, is the mobile applications. So we've advertised that on the website. We can also download them from the website directly as well. And then we have a links section where they can register, view the terms and conditions, contact the information, press standard links, that you'd find. You have your social media advertising links, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, that type of thing as well. So fairly standard stuff from a website perspective. So that's the overview of the homepage and the location and the call center element of Ahan.Life. Obviously, as you can see here, it's currently all written in English, but we do have a language bar here to allow the user to select a language that they're able to communicate in to order food. At this point, this isn't integrated, but what I have done is integrated a fairly excellent, I must say, freely available online system. It's not freely available. In fact, you must pay a subscription fee based on your usage, but at this point the demo just uses the free version. It's available from Microsoft. It uses Bing Translator. You can, if you want, integrate that translator into this menu, pay subscription, or you can go the hard way and get someone to develop the full translation capability and integrate that into the technology. Just give you an overview, an idea of how that works at the moment. As it stands, essentially, as you can see here, as I said, it is in English already. So if I go to my Bing Translator, which I've integrated into the templates for this particular technology, I can select any one of these languages that are available from Bing Translator to translate the web page in its entirety. That can be done automatically based on the where the web browser is. As you can see here, it's currently in English because I'm in England at this point. But if I select Thai from the list there, you can see here in a most useful, very easy manner, this entire web page has been translated into the Thai language. Okay, again, another way of keeping your costs low. I haven't got 15, 20 developers in the background spending 6 hours a day, surfing on Facebook in 2 hours, trying to write a translation utility for my website. If I wanted to do it in Czech, you can see that it's quite easy to do so using that particular application. So there's the multi-language capability as it stands at the moment. I'm quite happy to provide, a consultancy and in fact a development service or provider or select a vendor. I can do it myself or select a vendor to do it for you to integrate that, into the website without having that translation app. It depends on how you want to go. As I said, that type of consultancy and in fact service is built into the asking price for this concept over the next 12 months from the date of purchase. So based on what you want to do, I can provide you or guide you in the right direction or actually do the work for you. Now another key element of the website is if someone has an issue with their order or someone has a question, where is my order, what's happening, the website's not working, or anything that they want to speak to someone, a member of staff at Ahan.Life about, there is in fact an online chat facility or an online support facility built into the website. As I said, this translation facility and this support facility are integrated into every web page of the site. They're integrated into the templates of the site. The entire content includes at least that and at least that. So again, this facility is another useful, cheap to use application. Basically, if I have a support issue, hello, I type in, I have a problem with my order. I enter that issue there and go then to my support dashboard, and you can see here essentially that there is a support dashboard where the user can in fact join a conversation. As you can see, hello, I have a problem with my order. I've joined the conversation. If I go back to the home page, you can see Ahan.Life has joined the conversation. So on my support dashboard, I say, hello, sir, how can I help you today? And this has gone directly through to the support widget on my template. And then you take that from there. So you have any number of operators, internet-based operators. They can be working from home, they can be in an office, they can be anywhere, supporting your website online. As I said, using this great little widget that I built into the templates as well. So that's one of the key features of the home page. So we have a newsletter facility. If I wanted to register for, one of the key features of internet websites nowadays is obviously what I say has always been actually is sticky content that keeps people interested, content that keeps people coming back to your portal, your website for new and interesting offers. One of the key ways of doing that, one of the key weapons in that particular armory, are newsletters. So people can sign up, opt in to receive daily, weekly, monthly newsletters on the various areas that you offer, whether they be, discounts, whether they be new vendors in their area, any type of that, marketing. So people can sign up. The functionality is built into this particular version of the website where the user can sign up. At this point, we haven't got any facility built in to generate those newsletters and send them newsletters to the registered users. I do have a solution in mind, I just haven't integrated it at this point. So you can see the user has successfully registered for the newsletter, and there's some bump there. You can keep up with competitions, offers, loyalty programs, etc. So that email address has been stored in a database and can be harvested by whatever solution that you use for your email marketing programs. As I said, I have one in mind myself. I may or may not build that into the product that's sold to an interested investor. So you can see here my support widget has popped up on that particular page, and also my translator. So let's go back to the home page there. So the user, if you wish to register a user with the website, it's fairly simple. You can do it from any page that you're not logged in on. So if I just use a random email address, my username, Cameron, Ahan.Life, password, just some random password. As I said, it's still in development mode, so it's not doing too much validation on the passwords and that type of thing, hashing, encryption, that type of thing. But as I said, that can be built in quite easily. Register. There you go. Email already exists. So there you go. Just a standard error message. I've already registered with that. Great. Here's one I made earlier. But ultimately, with an email address that doesn't exist, or a user that doesn't exist, because of email is in fact one of the primary keys to determine a registered user or not, then it will store that data and the user can go back at a later date to log in and view their orders, their details, the reviews that they've left for the food vendors and that type of thing. And in fact, that's one of the things I'm going to come on to in a moment. All right, so that's pretty much the home page. Quite a nice, colorful, interactive page there. It is still, you know, a kind of blank template. You know, it's still a little bit paint by numbers because different investors may or may want different marketing copy. They may want different designs. So I've tried and kept it. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible in order to make it easy, you know, for you guys to create your own ideas. And as I said, you know, if you do need assistance, that consultancy is built in with the investment package. Okay, so that's the user experience from the homepage perspective. Let's have a look now. Let's say I'm in a location and I want to view the available vendors in that location. So let's select a particular location and press the Feed Me button. So that's going to go away to the database. It's going to search for all the vendors that we've registered, we've sold our concept to. They pay a monthly fee to us. They pay a percentage of the profit, you know, to become part of Ahan.Life. And as I said, that's already in the business model. So all the vendors that we have got on board, you know, we will see in the search results for a particular area. You can see here I've got two demo search results here. You can filter the results by price. The business model that I've built, the minimum price is a 500 baht order, and it's actually 150 baht to deliver as well. You can filter your vendors by user rating, from 1 star to 5 star. We'll come on to how a user rates the vendor later on. You can filter your search results by cuisine as well. All cuisines: street vendor, Thai, Chinese, Indian, Italian, halal, chicken. You can change these, but I just want to bring to your attention a couple of key elements and a couple of USPs that we have, or advantages that we have over the existing or our main competition in Thailand. First and foremost, street vendors. Now, Foodpanda does not include street vendors. You know, the sort of people that you see at the side of the street with a little stainless steel box, barbecuing, you know, sticks of meat, selling fruit juices, you know, rice, barbecued fish, that sort of thing. They're too small for that particular company. I've built street vendors into the business model. Exactly how I've built those street vendors into the business model and the plan, I won't go over quite yet, but suffice to say, it is a demographic that you know that we can provide to, you know, it is a service we can provide to our customers. It's a service that is affordable for the street vendors. They're small, they're you know, one-man bands, small businesses, they may not be earning a lot of money, but the research that I've done shows that in fact street vendors top the list of food retailers that customers buy food from in Thailand. Although the cost per transaction is low, there is a way to ensure that revenue is generated and we can earn money from that. Also, halal is another option on the cuisines filter. Why? Because there's a huge Muslim community in Thailand, and we need to differentiate the food that your average everyday, let's say, you know, a Westerner would eat, you know, Christian would eat, to you know, a food that is acceptable to a Muslim. In fact, you can extend that to Jews or whatever, but you know, we're looking at people that actually you know, walk and live in Thailand. So that's another you know, another feature that I've built into this website. And by the way, going back to advantages that we have over, you know, our bigger brother Foodpanda, Foodpanda does not currently have automatic location detection built into their website. It's a very clunky way of searching for food in a particular location. So this just beats them hands down straight away before we've even got off the starting block. Right, and then on top of that, you've got street vendors, which you haven't got a clue about. So, you know, you guys, you know, rather than investing 20 million and getting quite a functional website together, you know, all I'm asking for, as I said, is $15,000, 15% of your gross monthly profit, and you get my consultancy ongoing as well. So we've done our search, we filtered our search results, we found a restaurant. You can see we've got the users, as I said, review. We've got the number of ratings that the vendor has, and the average score that's provided by each one of those ratings to that particular vendor. And we want to view what they've got on their menu. So we select the vendor, and you can see here what we've got is the title, a review, a tagline, the type of food that they offer, the address, opening time and closing time, and the menu. So you can see here what I've done is separated the menu into particular categories. On the left hand side we've got a quick link bar, so we can navigate directly to the area of the menu that we wish to order food from. We've got a price there, and we can add that then to our basket should we wish to order that particular item of food. Another area of the vendor information is the vendor page is the information section, where the vendor can have, you know, a little advertising marketing material built into their page as well. And then we have the review section, where approved reviews from customers who purchase products from this vendor are displayed. So we have the name of the customer, the date of the review, and the review comments. Okay, so we'll show you how a customer reviews a vendor in a moment. The information menu are updated by the vendor themselves using a content managed area of the website where they log in and they upload their information using content management. So they don't need to know, as I said, anything about the internet, you know, HTML, that type of thing. They can either upload a spreadsheet or use our wizard-based interface to upload that information or update that information on the Ahan.Life portal. And then you can, as I said, add your food to the basket and then go to checkout. Checkout at this point isn't integrated because you need a payment provider. Payment provider needs a business bank account based in Thailand, and there are ways of doing that. I've investigated ways. I have one particular vendor, a couple of solution providers, I should say, that can provide that service to you without much of a cost. That's built into the business plan. However, if you do want to use any other type of payment provider, WorldPay, PayPal, you know, that type of thing, as I said, I can build that for you or select an appropriate vendor at the appropriate cost and the appropriate time scale and quality to build that into the website once you've purchased the solution. So that's how it stands at the moment from the customer experience for purchasing food. Okay, so let's say we're an existing customer, we've made a few orders, we've registered, and we want to go into our customer area. So we use essentially the login box. I've got a dummy customer set up already, and we can go then enter our email, enter our password, and we can log into the system. As you can see here, the first page that they see is their account details, their username, their email, their phone number. They can change their password. They can modify whether they're signed up to the newsletter or not, and they can change their delivery address. One of the ideas I have for future revisions of this website is to have multiple ship-tos, so multiple delivery addresses that the user can select on checkout where they would like their food delivered to. And then there's a few other details that they can add: PayPal account, date of birth, how did you hear about us, for some data harvesting, and a voucher code for discounts, you know, depending on if you're doing some type of promotion. and from this page, again, they can search directly for a vendor or a type of food. You can see here we've got a little avatar with the username there, and should they wish to change the location for another search, they can do so. So whilst they're in the logged in section of the portal, they can view also all the orders that they've made pretty much since the beginning of time. So you can see the date of the order number, the restaurant that they ordered from, the rating that they've given the restaurant, if indeed they have reviewed the restaurant. They can view their order details, they can reorder the exact meal that they ordered before, or remove that particular order from the list of orders that we've got displayed here. We'll go through each one of these in order. So if I was to select leave a review for this particular order, which is 1236867, at this point we haven't got an order, we haven't created a rating. So I'll give it 3 for food quality, 4 for delivery time, 3 for overall experience, and we can enter a comment here. Okay, and submit that comment. At that point, that comment needs to be approved by the vendor before it's available on that vendor's review section of their search results or of their menu page. So at this point, an email is sent to the vendor. The vendor is notified to log in and approve or unapprove or disapprove, I suppose, the particular review that this customer has left them for their delivery experience. Okay. And order details. So let's say, for instance, the user wanted to go back and how much did that cost me? Maybe I'll reorder it. What did I order from that restaurant again? You know, as I said, they can view their order details. So if they select order details, you can see that I'll give you the order. This hasn't got any data on it. Bear with me. Some test data here. So we can select a particular order and view the details. You can see the order number, which is generated automatically by the system each time the user orders. You can see what day it was ordered on, what they ordered, how much they've ordered, how much it cost, the subtotal, the delivery fee, other fees such as taxes, and the grand total that they've ordered. And again, as I said, we have this great translation facility built in. So, you know, I can switch that to Thai straight away, and, you know, you can see that is instantly translated to the language that's appropriate for the end user. Okay, so there's the order details there. Reorder and delete, I'll do what they say on the tin. Reorder will add that directly to your basket. You check it out whether it's going to be delivered or take away. You pay for it using your selected payment gateway, and then the food is delivered straight away to you. One of the final areas of the user account section is the review section, where the user can in fact see all the reviews that they've left for a particular vendor or a particular order, I should say. Okay, so you can see here we've got various reviews that the user left, the score that they've given, the quality, delivery and experience, whether that review has been approved, and so on and so forth. And again, as I said, should they wish to, they can view the order details for that particular order as well. Okay, and then go back to member home as well. So you guys can see here, this has pushed this little template down a little bit at the moment, but this is just the way that I plugged it in for the demo. This template should be a little bit higher, giving you, you know, as you can see, access to this top bar here. There's a few little bits and bobs that need done to complete the technology. And there is a to-do list that I will complete before the solution is sold and the contract T's and C's are signed. So that's the home page, the experience from a customer who may or may not be registered to order food, no, to search for food. So to search for food, to filter the results, to view a menu, to add into the basket, to check in out. And in fact, logging into their system, logging into their account, viewing their details, viewing their orders, reviewing their meals, reviewing their previous order details, and in fact, reviewing their reviews, let's say. So what I'd like to do now is give you an overview from the vendor perspective. How does a vendor upload their menus, approve their comments, change their categories, prices, and that type of thing? And that will be coming up next, so just bear with me.